Ready to challenge everything you thought you knew about our solar system? Dive into the stupid sun theory and discover why an obscure book from 1922 might shake the foundations of modern astronomy. Subscribe for more mind-bending theories that dance on the edge of knowledge and ignorance. Remember, in the stupid life, we don't just accept, we question, we explore, we evolve. Are you brave enough to be stupid? Hey there, fellow seekers of the stupid life. It's your favorite digital rebel here, ready to fry your neural circuits with another mind-bending theory. Today we're going solar, but not in the way you think. What if I told you the big ball of fire in the sky might be playing a cosmic game of hide and seek? That's right. We're diving into the stupid sun theory, courtesy of an English astronomer and scientist named Gerrard Hickson, and his 1922 book, Kings Dethroned, a history of the evolution of astronomy from the time of the Roman Empire up to the present day, showing it to be an amazing series, upon an error made in the second century. Now, before you roll your eyes and reach for that dislike button, remember, in the stupid life, we don't just swallow the blue pill of mainstream narratives. We question everything, even if it makes us look, well, stupid. So, here's the deal. For centuries, we've been told the sun is about 93 million miles away. It's the cornerstone of our understanding of the solar system. But Hickson had the audacity to say, nah, fam, it's way closer, like less than 20,000 miles close. I know, it sounds crazy. But let's plug into Hickson's matrix for a minute. He argued that the methods used to measure the sun's distance, like the transit of Venus, were fundamentally flawed. He proposed a new triangulation method that, if correct, would revolutionize astronomy. Now, I'm not certain Hickson was right. Then again, I am not saying he is wrong either. But here's where it gets interesting. If, and it's a big if, the sun were much closer, it would throw our entire understanding of the cosmos into chaos. Planetary orbits, the size of stars, even Einstein's theories, they'd all need a major reboot. But here's where Hickson's theory goes from merely interesting to potentially mind-blowing. He argues that our entire understanding of astronomy is built on a house of cards, or should I say, a house of assumptions. Hickson takes us way back to the Second Century B.C., to the father of trigonometry named Hipparchus. This guy tried to measure the distance to the stars, but here's the kicker. He didn't have the tools to do it properly. Imagine trying to measure the distance to the moon with just a ruler and your eyeballs. That's basically what Hipparchus was dealing with. No advanced tech, no global communication, no way to coordinate observations over vast distances. So, what did Hipparchus do when he couldn't measure these distances? He threw up his hands and said, they must be infinitely far away. And boom, that assumption became the foundation of astronomy for the next 2 millennia. Now, let's hit pause for a sec and talk about Hipparchus. We're not just picking on some random ancient stargazer here. Hipparchus was the OG of astronomy, the Big Bang of star science, if you will. Living around 150 BC, Hipparchus was dropping knowledge bombs left and right. He created the first star catalog in the Western world, discovered the precession of the equinoxes, and basically invented trigonometry. Hipparchus was so ahead of his time, he calculated the length of the year to within 6.5 minutes of our modern value, with a sundial and an abacus. Let that sink in. But here's the glitch in the matrix. Even geniuses have their limits. Hipparchus was trying to measure the cosmos with the ancient equivalent of a ruler and a protractor. No telescopes, no computers, no way to share data with other astronomers instantly. So, when he couldn't measure the distance to the stars, he made an assumption. A big one. He said, if I can't measure it, it must be infinitely far away. And boom, that became the foundation for centuries of astronomy. It's like if you couldn't see the end of your street and decided the world must be endless, then everyone after you built their maps based on that idea. That's basically what Hickson is saying, happened with our model of the universe. Now, let's channel our inner Nietzsche for a moment. This 19th century philosopher dropped some serious truth bombs about thinking for yourself. He basically said, follow no one and trust yourself. But it's not just about being a rebel without a cause. Nietzsche was all about the importance of knowing why you know what you know. It's not enough to just have information. You need to understand its source, its context, its limitations. In the world of stupid life, this means questioning everything, even if it makes you stand alone. Think about it. Hipparchus made an assumption, and for centuries, brilliant minds followed his lead without really questioning it. They trusted the tribe of astronomers that came before them. But Nietzsche would argue that real understanding, real ownership of knowledge, comes from challenging these assumptions. It's not easy. Questioning fundamental beliefs can be lonely, even scary. But, as Nietzsche put it, no price is too high to pay for the privilege of owning yourself. In our case, that means owning your understanding of the universe. Now, before we dive into Hickson's claims, let's take a quick detour into how modern astronomy measures the sun's distance. Spoiler alert, it's a bit more advanced than Hipparchus's methods. Today, we use a combination of triangulation with the star Venus, radar, laser ranging, and spacecraft tracking to nail down that 93 million mile figure. One key method is bouncing radar signals off Venus and measuring the time it takes for the signal to return. Another involves precise tracking of spacecraft as they orbit the sun. We've even used Hipparchus's own method called parallax measurements during solar transits of Venus, kind of like a cosmic game of triangulation. And don't forget the role of Kepler's laws of planetary motion in fine-tuning these measurements. But here's the kicker. All these methods still rely on some basic assumptions about how light and gravity behave across vast distances. What if, as Hickson suggests, some of these fundamental assumptions are flawed? So, as we dive into Hickson's theory, remember, we're not just challenging an astronomical model. We're exercising our right, even our duty, to think critically, to own our knowledge, to be, in the best sense of the word, stupid. The takeaway? Even the brightest minds can make mistakes, especially when they're pushing the boundaries of knowledge. And sometimes, those mistakes can echo through centuries. It's a reminder that in science and in life, we should always be ready to question even our most basic assumptions. According to Hickson, generations of astronomers just built on this assumption, without ever really questioning it or verifying their claims. Where did their curiosity go? What happened to the art of inquiry? It's like a cosmic game of telephone, where each scientist added their own theories based on the infinite distance idea. Now, here's where it gets really juicy. Hickson claims that when he tried to point out this fundamental flaw, the scientific establishment didn't exactly roll out the red carpet. In fact, he says they practically destroyed his career. But think about it. If Hickson is right, it would mean that centuries of astronomical calculations could be off. Way off. We're talking about the size of the universe, the nature of galaxies, even our understanding of time and space. It's like finding out that the cheat codes you've been using in a game were actually corrupting your save file all along. The implications are massive. Now, I'm not saying we should throw out all of modern astronomy, but Hickson's claims remind us of a crucial truth in the stupid life. Never underestimate the power of questioning basic assumptions. In a world where information flows at the speed of light, isn't it ironic that we might be clinging to a 2,000-year-old miscalculation? It's a reminder that even in our high-tech age, the most powerful scientific instrument is still the human mind asking, what if? But here's the real glitch in the matrix. Why haven't we questioned this more? In our hyper-connected age, we're still relying on measurements and theories that are centuries old. When was the last time you personally verified the sun's distance? Probably never, right? This isn't about proving Hickson right or wrong. It's about embracing the spirit of inquiry that drives true science. It's about questioning the fundamentals, even if it makes us uncomfortable. Remember, every scientific revolution, started with someone asking a question that seemed stupid at the time. Copernicus, Galileo, Einstein, they all challenged the status quo and changed our view of the universe. So why not start asking better questions about the things that make you go, huh, that's weird? So here's your mission, should you choose to accept it. Dig deeper. Look into the history of how we measure celestial distances. Question the assumptions. And most importantly, stay curious. Because in the stupid life, we know that the most powerful weapon against ignorance isn't knowledge. It's the courage to question what we think we know. Remember, in a world of NPCs, dare to be the glitch. Stay stupid, stay curious, and keep challenging the narrative. If you're ready to dive deeper into the rabbit hole, smash that subscribe button and join our community of digital free thinkers. Until next time, this is your cyberpunk knowledge seeker signing off. The truth is out there. Are you brave enough to find it?